Well, hello there, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing today? Today's January 25th, and we've got a winter storm going on outside. So I'm stuck inside, and I thought it would be a good day to show you what I'm working on. And I also want to say a special hello to all of my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I hope you find my content to be useful and inspiring. And that's what I want to do today, is inspire you to get started on what can be started now. Now, I'm in zone 7A. I'm in southern New Jersey, in the great gardening state of New Jersey. And we have about 180, 85 days of growing season. But today I'm starting some plants that have a very long growing season. And today it's really bad weather outside. We've got a winter storm. We have about 8 inches or so of snow that just came down today. And right now it has all turned over to sleet. And then later on they're calling for ice. So it is a good day to be inside, and this is my inside activity today. Now, last night I got started on some peppers here, and today we're going to get started on some tomatoes, and I'm going to show you different things that I use to make my life easier getting started here in the house. So we're in my basement space, and I've created this space. It serves multi-purposes. Like up here is all of my office equipment, and under here is my growing area. And you might be able to see right there, I just got a fan. So that's very important. You need some airflow. Underneath of the peppers that I have here, I have a heating mat. And above here, I have some grow lights. And then I also have, let's see if I can grab one. I have these really great seed starting trays, and they get a lid. And I believe I got these on Amazon. So it's real easy to get the supplies that you need, and they're not that expensive. So what you're going to want to do is also get some good seed starting soil. So I went to my local gardening center and I picked up some of this, and it's got all kinds of good stuff in it. It's got kelp meal, lobster crab shell meal, compost, perlite, worm castings, and mycorrhizae. Mycorrhizae? Is that how you say it? Mycorrhiza? I know that's a bacteria that's good for the soil. Helps the seeds establish their roots and also take up some nutrients. And I also have this mycorrhizal inoculant that I use when I transplant my seeds, because this helps to reduce transplant shock. But that will be for a later video when we actually start growing stuff and we transplant it. So these little seed trays work out great because I put one seed per little tray, and whatever grows. I'm going to do 5 of each variety of tomatoes that I've selected. But if I can get at least 3 strong plants, I'll be happy, because I can't have too many because I don't have that much space. I only have about 1/3 of an acre that I'm growing on, and some of that is a basketball court for my kids. So I don't really have a full 1/3 of an acre, and some of it's of course the front yard. So in the backyard I've just got this little space, so I have to be mindful of what I have, because in the past years I've grown way too much. So I'm learning to, only start what I need, because I don't want to overwhelm myself. So I thought I would share with you the seeds that I've selected this year. Now, I always talk to my kids and my family to see which varieties they like the best. And my daughter, she gave me her list. And my son, he has a particular seed here that a tomato that he loves. And I just love growing these tomatoes because I love making my own tomato gravy. And, and then I save it for the winter when I have the winter blues, and I actually call it Beat the Winter Blues tomato sauce. So I look forward to that every year. So for this year's garden, I've selected 8 different tomato varieties that range from very small to a little bit larger. And then I'll also supplement these that I started with some that I buy at the the local gardening center. And I go to Dambly's. If you're from the area, I love Dambly's. They always have great healthy plants, a lot of variety as well. And so I'll get some of the hybrids there because the ones that I start are heirlooms so that I can save my seeds from year to year. But the hybrids do produce very well. They're usually very uniform and they're pest and disease resistant a lot of times. So for now, I'm going to show you the ones that I'm starting. And I'm going to start a yellow pear. That's a nice small one. A yellow cherry tomato. And these are all really big producers. And then the sunrise bumblebee. This is my cousin Vincent's favorite. These are so good and so juicy. And they're about that big. Some of them get a little bit bigger than that. And then this is my son's favorite. This is a celebrity and he has named it. He named it Terita tomato. And this is actually the 5th generation of seeds that I've saved. So this has become very acclimated to my environment. And my daughter's favorite, the green zebra. And this is a new one. I got this as a free seed pack from Baker Creek Seeds when I ordered some seeds from them. And this is called Alice's Dream. So we're going to try these. And then we've got, for a larger tomato, we've got the carbon tomato. And for one of the best tomatoes that perform very well in my garden and taste amazing, this is the white tomasol. And it's creamy. It's so good. So good. So those are the ones that I'm going to get started. And in another upcoming video I make, I'm going to show you how I save my seeds, like where I store them, how I keep them organized, maybe give you some ideas. But you're going to want to do some research, see what ones are going to be best to grow in your area. But, you know, really being a gardener, it's a lot of trial and error. And I don't have all the answers. So you're going to want to do research and see what other gardeners are doing as well. But this is what I've learned to do after doing this year after year after year. And this is the best time of year I've discovered to get these started because they take so long to germinate and to grow. So these tomatoes will take about 6 days to germinate, and they do need to be on heat with a humidity dome like this until they sprout. And it's going to take about 6 days to sprout, and they need a temperature of between 70 and 85 degrees. So I have a little thermometer here that tells me what my temperature is, and it's right at the sweet spot. So these peppers will also take about 6 to 8 days to germinate, and I'll be checking on them every day. And then when they do germinate and they sprout, I'll be taking the humidity dome off and then move them closer to the light. Now I also have these lights. I don't have them on because they're like an ultraviolet color, and they change the color of the whole video. But they're also on a pulley so that I can lower them down, because you're going to want to have the light source as close to your plants as possible so they don't get long and leggy. You don't want them to be like that. So because they'll try to grow to reach the light. So you want to bring the light to the plants. So these lights I have installed up here. So what I do is I take some old jars, and I put these on old jars to raise them up so that they're closer to the light. And then upstairs, in other videos, I've showed you my little growing space that I created upstairs as well. I have some shelves, some wire or metal shelves that I got, I think, at Walmart. Very easy to put together, very cheap. And then I also installed these lights underneath, and then I have heat mats upstairs too. So I really have an expanded space to get these seeds started inside, because there's quite a few that I like to do inside, like eggplant. Eggplant's another one that you're going to want to start early. And I like to have a lot of variety, so you need space for that. So what I've done here is I have taken my little marker and I put a little hole, because these seeds only go down about 1/4 of an inch. So I put a little hole into each cell tray. And now I'm going to, now these are also seeds that I saved. So I also, when I get my seeds and I look at them, I pick out the ones that look the biggest, the healthiest, and I choose them. So we're going to just take, let's see, we're going to just take 5 seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of the best seeds, And like I said, I just want 3, just 3 at least. But if I get all 5, that'll be great. If I have extra, I'll give them away to the neighbors or whoever wants them. And this is very relaxing. You can hear I got nice relaxing music on, and it's a good thing to do for a day like this. So simple as that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all done. And then once I fill this whole tray with my seeds, then I'll put the lid on and I'll put it over here on my other heat mat, and then I'll check on it every day and I'll check on its progress. Sometimes they do germinate early, and it does depend on the heat. So if you have consistent heat like these heat mats give, they will germinate in 6 days that they're supposed to, 6 to 8 days. So I think that's it for this video, and I hope this inspired you. I hope it gives you a little bit of information to get yourself started, and I hope you're inspired. And you know, check back and like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 50 subscribers so that I can go live. I can go live and show you what I got going on in the backyard and in my greenhouse. So stay tuned to the next video where we are going to talk about seeds, and I'm also going to show, oh look at that, it fell. And I'm also going to show you the different companies that I order seeds from. So this is also a good time of year to start placing your orders for seeds. So until the next video, I'll see you later. Happy gardening.